Hey everybody, good evening. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Witching Hour podcast. I am still your host, John Royslin. Thank you guys for coming back. Tonight we are talking about Final Destination Bloodlines, released May 16th of this year, 2025. It was directed by Zach, hope I don't screw this up, and I apologize if I do, Zach Lipovsky, who, if you remember back in 2012, 2013, he brought us Afflicted, a great original look at a modern day vampire. And I truly loved that movie. A little bit of a slow burn, but man, what a performance. And it's a great film. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I'm sure it's streaming somewhere. Afflicted was the name of it. And also co-directed by Adam Stein. Now, the movie itself runs an hour and 50 minutes, which by today's Hollywood standards of horror movies, that's a long fucking movie. But luckily enough, with this franchise, the movies do move along relatively quick, so the time does fly by. It stars Caitlin Santa Juana. Now, her face looks so familiar to me. I looked up her IMDb, see what she had been in, and nope, wasn't from any of them. Usually you'll see it, be like, that was it. I can't place it, but I know her face from somewhere. So anyhow, she stars in the film as a college girl who comes home, takes a break, a small leave of absence, if you will, after suffering from extremely violent, extremely real, reoccurring nightmares. Now, the nightmare that she keeps having is the opening sequence of the film, which I must add, it is phenomenal. I mean, it is damn near perfect. The movie is still relatively new streaming, so I'm not going to give anything away. For those of you who have not seen it yet, just to let you know, it is on HBO Max, which is actually where I just watched it this past weekend. So, the opening sequence, I will at least tell you, is set back in the, we're going to say mid late 60s. Grand opening, invite only, of a one of the spinning restaurants up in a one of those needle tower kind of buildings. It's a full on event. They've got a live band. They've got the bar is open. They've got a dance floor. They got people dancing. There's food everywhere. Very, very limited invite only. And of course, all the way up to the top. And there's only one elevator up and one elevator down. Keeping that in mind. Now, when the young boyfriend girlfriend couple arrive, well, let's just say that the young lady has her reservations about it and starts having a little bit of premonitions. And of course, things actually do start going wrong. Um, People are jumping up and down, singing, you make me want to shout. And of course, the dance floor is clear glass that you can see right straight through to the ground, 400 feet up in the air. You've got huge metal beams that are supporting the outside of it. Long story short, it goes the way you're going to expect it to. People are crashing through the dance floor. One of the backup singers in the band, this I really, really liked. Yes, she does perish, but she had her probably 8, 9-year-old boy with her at the time. This is a daytime event, so it's not like she had him out at some seedy bar in the middle of the night. But she takes him once everything starts going chaotic, puts him into like a serving cart, shuts the door. Everybody is going absolutely haywire. You see the one woman, the girlfriend. She actually sees the young boy, hears him screaming, as a matter of fact, saves him. Or does she? Again, no spoilers, but this dream sequence is the reason why the young lady comes home from college. And as she is describing this woman and this event to her family, her aunts, uncles, father, her older generation, they all kind of get a look. And let's just say she is left to find a box on her own accord. With inside that box, she finds a picture of that said couple from her dream. Well, turns out the young lady who she thought perished in her dream is her grandmother. The grandmother that nobody talks about, who is actually alive. So she goes on a hunt to go find grandma that no one talks to, and grandma doesn't talk to anybody because she's a whack job now. She has pulled a Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween 300 and has herself in her barracks. Her house is all barricaded and padded, and death is not going to get to her. It's her mission for the rest of her life alone. Alone. For that reason, no one can come in, no one can go out. She is safe on her own accord. Of course, until her granddaughter shows up, introduces herself, and gets the ball rolling. So, with that being said, you now understand why the title of the movie is called Bloodlines, because it was in the blood that it skipped the generation and it actually went through to her granddaughter, who now had all these visions and the gift to foresee death's path. Now, I've always enjoyed Final Destination films. I have. I think they're highly entertaining, and I still do. Um, Things that I absolutely loved about this movie. Um, Obviously, the kill scenes. It's gruesome. I mean, gruesome. Um, Bloody as hell. The setup. This is the one thing I've always admired, and I kind of compare it to Saul in the way how they make the sequence of events. If you want to survive, you must do this. Okay, well, it's kind of the same thing, except you are literally trying. Death is the character that the film is watching with every step that it takes until it gets to you and destroys you, no matter how, from water leaking off of a tub for you to slip onto the floor. It shows the path. Um, you've all seen all the rest of the film, so I don't really need to give examples. Um, but they just get more and more imaginative. Imaginative, big word of the day for me. Obviously, they get so imaginative and so well cleverly covered up, designed, and yet followed through. The sequence of events, I absolutely love it. It really does kind of, I don't want to say keeps you on your seat, but you can't look away. It is like a car crash when you see one on the highway. You cannot get up, walk away. You can't look away. You've got to watch the entire sequence, the whole domino effect, and they do it perfectly. And in Final Destination Bloodlines, it does not let down at all. Now, the downfall, in my opinion, to Final Destination Bloodlines. And realistically, it isn't just with Bloodlines, it is with all Final Destinations because their kill scenes are so overly dramatic, which is what brings people back. The amount of CGI. Now, I get it. I get it. You can't cut the guy's head off for real to show how the actual color of blood is and how it would actually splatter onto somebody. So you pull CGI out of your ass. My gripe is it is so cartoonish almost. Just the blood, the paint splatters. Um, I'm not watching Who Framed Roger Rabbit over here. I'm watching a full-on film. My opinion, you're the director, you're the editor. That looks like shit. Scrap it, do it again. It's so noticeable to me. you know, mid-air collisions or something with an airplane, planes ripping open and people flying out. I get that. You know, how are you supposed to do that otherwise? And I commend those who can do it and give it more than an original Star Wars look. Whereas if you watch them now, you can actually see the cell of the fighter jets and so forth. So technology has come so far along that we can now use AI to design our own pictures and do our work for us for free. So come on, man, put a little extra time and tweak some of that stuff, my opinion. And with technology being what it was, honestly, people today don't appreciate what they are given because they always want more, they want more, they want more. You take them back to the 60s to the 70s, and if somebody did get their head cut off in a movie, it was like a pillow that was wrapped in tape and a nose was formed and it was painted in lipstick and it was rolled down a hill with some, fake blood splattered onto it, and people were scared shitless over stuff like that at that time. So it has come such a long ways away. And if you honestly sit and you pick movies from every decade up till now and just watch nothing more than special effects, practical effects, CGI, and you see the evolution, it's almost fucking scary how real it can be. So, with that being said, if they can make fake AI movie trailers that have Al Pacino in it for Scarface 2, and it actually makes you question part of it, holy shit, was that real? Well, come on, man. Make the blood red and not pink and shiny. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying. So that's number one. Number two, you can pretty much say this about any given horror movie in the aspect of, well, what they did in the last one is what they did in the second one. You got a stalker, he kills. Okay, he's going to do it again in part 12 and part 50. All right, well, the Final Destination, Bloodlines, and all those beforehand, it's no, it's no different. And what I mean by that is learning about the sequences. Okay, in this film, our young college girl comes home and she figures out Death's plan for her family, and then it becomes almost a you weren't supposed to survive. That means now it's going to skip, and now it's onto you. Oh no, wait. Now, no, I want to go. No, now you're going to go. No, fuck you. You go first. I'm not going to die. You're full of shit. So with stuff like that, it's the same it's the same narrative in every film. And again, I understand that is Final Destination, how to avoid death. Somebody has to figure it out, try to figure out how to avoid it and survive without dying or without getting anybody else killed in the meantime. I get it. That's what the movies are for, but it's just you start watching one movie and it's like, wait a minute, didn't I already see this? Oh yeah, wait a minute, they did that last time. And the time before that, and the time before that, and the time before that. Now the film has become iconic. Um, again, the death scenes. Name me one time you have ever been driving on the road and you see a logging truck and you do not think of Final Destination. Honestly, how many of you honestly get behind one on a road and not today? How many of you have honestly done that? Do it or not, you cannot honestly say that you didn't think back to Final Destination. The scene's iconic. Um, it's actually been used in trailers and snippets of other great horror movies throughout history. Um, Other than that, it's a fun movie. And I think that's the basis of Final Destination. Um, it's a fun watch. It's not to be taken seriously. And I'm not trying to overanalyze things. I'm just giving you my opinion. Why? Because you hit play. And I appreciate that very much. Not trying to be a smart ass. I'm just giving you my opinions on a film. Um, Keep an eye on Richard Harmon. He's not a new actor, but he's relatively new over the last year or two to me. He plays Eric. He plays the dark cousin who works in a tattoo shop, with piercings and so forth. And I used to not really like his. He always seemed to play the same kind of character, and maybe it was how he was written, or maybe he just does that good of a job. I just didn't care for him, but he's really starting to grow on me, and he does a great job. He's just got a very dark, sarcastic, dry sense of humor, and I really, really like it a lot. He was actually in Grave Encounters 1 and 2. It says that he was actually in Trick or Treat. I got to do a little bit of research on that one because I don't remember it. And he had to have been pretty young. So, if anything, I have a feeling he might have been one of the kids on the bus. I don't know. If you know, leave me a comment below because I would love to find that one out. Um, Before closing, I got to give heartfelt props. Mr. Tony Todd obviously was in the film. Now, if you remember earlier, I was talking about the young lady in the band in the opening sequence of the film who hid her son in the cart. That's all I'm saying. Anyhow, guys, check it out though. Seriously, Final Destination Bloodlines. Sit down for 2 hours, pop your ass on the couch. HBO Max, it is streaming. It's a fun movie. Oh, they're all fun. They're all good times. I'm not giving any bad press to it. I mean, hell, Bloodlines, other reviewers on YouTube are giving it perfect tens. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm sorry. You got to get a little bit darker, a little bit more depth for me to call it a perfect 10. It's an 8 on the range of highly entertaining. How's that? I will give you that. Blood splatters, a lot of gore, a lot of screaming. It would be a great movie to watch with a group of friends, I'm sure. I watched it alone. That's why I actually prefer to watch movies that I know I'm going to want to talk about in the future. But with that being said, I am John, host of the Witching Hour podcast. Please keep an eye out for upcoming great shows. I've got some great interviews set up for you guys. Please hit the little subscribe button. It's underneath me somewhere. Be sure to like and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And of course, right here on YouTube, where all my other videos are. And thank you to my sponsors. Who do I got nowadays? Who do I got? Who do I got? Who do I got? I'm just kidding. I know who you guys are, and I love you. Freak Show Unlimited. Some of the best looking, handcrafted novelty items you will ever find. Husband and wife team, great people. Top quality work. Like I said, everything is handcrafted, every single part of it. Who else do I got? Captain Creepy's Tome of Terror Publications, brand new horror magazine you're going to want to keep your eyes out for. And of course, Hack's Horror Show. Hack is also my producer of the show. Hack was also, for those of you who did not realize this, recently inducted into the Horror Host Hall of Fame. So if you happen to see his page, give him a shout out and wish him a congratulations, because it means the absolute world to him. Again, please subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you thought of the movie. You got some ideas for future shows for me? Let me know. You got any requests you want movie reviews on? Anybody you want me to try to reach out to for an interview within reason? Please feel free to do so. And hell, you want to be on the show? You got a movie you're trying to push? You're an author, you're a musician, you're a craftsman, you hate horror movies, you think you're the ultimate horror fan, or you just want to swap recipes with me? I will make that shit happen right here and it will be aired. Promise you that. You guys, I'm John with the Witching Hour podcast. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you guys soon. And as I always say, what do I say? That's right. Keep it evil. See you guys.
I wasn't